Hello everybody and welcome back to another Java tutorial. Today we are going to be going over the scanner object in the utilities class of Java. Sorry, not class, package. So, how do we make a scanner and what is it? Well, a scanner is simply something that reads something. And in this video, we're going to be going over the scanner, but we are going to have it read whatever we type into the console. So, let's just ignore the previous code that we wrote in the previous video. I will not delete it because I am going to be making a longer video with this code, so you can just delete anything that, sorry, not delete, you can just ignore anything that is above this comment. Okay, so how do we create a scanner? Well, we just create it like we do with any other object. Let me just delete this import statement up here because you do not have that and you just want to type in scanner. You will see it'll say scanner java.util. Util is short for utilities, and you just want to select that one. So just press enter. Make sure it's highlighted though. You will see that above we will get this import tag saying that we are importing this library, and it should say java.util.scanner. Now that we've declared that we are creating a scanner object, let's create the name. Now we could call this scanner, but I'd rather have the name be more descriptive as to what it's actually doing. Let's call it input. This object, scanner, that is called input is going to be equal to a new scanner object. Now, much like our object that we created in the last episode called human, it's going to take in some parameters. You can ignore the parameters that we are passing in. What we want to pass in is system.in. You don't have to understand what that means. Essentially, all we're saying is that we are going to be scanning whatever's inside of this terminal window. So, now we can call input. Just type in input dot next line and put a semicolon. Now, this will be run, and you can see that the program doesn't even stop because when you type input.nextLine, the system decides to wait for you to type something in. So let's type in hello world. Let's just zoom in so that you can see that. It says hello world. That's what I typed in, and I can continue typing. However, when you're done typing, press enter. Now, you can see that nothing happens. That is because we are telling the scanner to read the next line, and this simply gets what you have written. So that got this hello world and stored it as a string. However, we aren't actually using this. So, since this is a string, we can do multiple things with it. Your first instinct might be saying string, and we can call this say something equals to input dot next string. Whoops. Next line. This will set this string to whatever we type in here. And then we can print out say something. Now when we run this, you can see it waits for me to type something. We can say hello world and then press enter, and you can see it repeats back to me what I just said. I said hello world, so it printed out hello world. However, if you remember, we can shorten this. Pause the video and see if you can do that yourself. Shorten this code. Didn't figure out how to do it? That's fine. All you need to do is delete this line, because remember, input.nextLine is getting the string that we typed in to the console directly. So, right here, we can type in input.nextLine. When we run it, let's zoom in, we can say hello world once again, and then press enter. It'll spit back exactly what I said before. Now, what is nextInt? NextInt, next line, simply gets what you wrote, the next line that you wrote, and stores it in a variable, in a string, as a string. NextInt simply gets what you wrote, and if it's a number, it will store inside of an integer. That's all it does. Feel free to play around with this after this episode. Thank you for watching. That is all on scanners. See you in the next video.